All right, guys. The next piece of our tech stack is going to be working with Slack. Slack is going to be our internal communication tool that we're going to use to be able to communicate all different kinds of things. And so I've created a whole bunch of channels in there already. So without delay, we're just going to go through some of these channels and explain a little bit what they're for. So, number one is you got the BOD goal, and that is beginning of day goal. So, essentially in the morning, you are going to put in here the goals that you have for the day. So, if you could accomplish only one thing today that is fully in your control, what would it be? This channel's here so that all team members can commit to an aggressive goal at the beginning of the day and have full control over accomplishing that goal. Examples of different goals that you could set for the day, they could be, I'm going to be out for 5+ hours knocking today, or I'm going to knock at least 100 doors today. They could also be different personal goals or different things like that. I'm going to make sure that I work out this morning, or I'm going to make sure that I eat less than 2,000 calories. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish. I'm going to spend the afternoon with my kids. I'm going to knock 100 doors before 5 o'clock so that I can attend my kids' soccer game. Whatever it is, you want to be able to commit to a goal early in the morning and have it be a goal that you are 100% in control of. Okay, so a lot of things that are out of our control, but we want to set goals based on what we are fully in control of. And so I can control how long I'm out knocking. I can control if I don't stop until I hit a certain amount of doors. I can control getting out and working out. I can control what I eat. There's a lot of different things that I can control, and you want to take that control early in the morning in order to have the mindset that throughout the day you're going to really take the bull by the horns and be proactive in your goal setting. Okay, and then at the end of the day, there's a channel called EOD Sales, which is essentially an end of the day report card that's going to show how many of each of these metrics you hit. So how many hours were you out? How many doors did you knock? How many conversations were you able to have? I would say a conversation goes longer than 30 seconds on the door. You'll have some that are not interested right when they come out. Not necessarily a conversation, but conversations that were started, because that's going to correlate directly into the number of estimates that I gave, the number of sales that I was able to make based off of those estimates. This is your funnel, this is your sales funnel, and obviously you're going to have a lot more doors knocked than sales made, but as you get better and better, the gap is going to close between those two. So that is what the end of day sales is for, is just to, you can even just copy this and put it in there and talk about the number of hours you were out, the number of doors you knocked, etc. But keep track of these things, because when you keep track of them, then you can exceed your goals. You can exceed your records and really make it into a game for yourself. Really, the life of a salesperson is you versus you. Okay, be better than you were yesterday. Okay, scorecard, this channel to celebrate everything. Great conversations that we had, awesome reviews that were put into Google, deals that we made, accomplishing your daily goals, put in their motivational quotes, really anything and everything that we can to celebrate each other. We want to make sure that everybody feels as though they're accomplishing something. So even down to the smallest minute things, like I just barely had a great conversation with this dude. He was, an older gentleman, fought in World War II, was lonely. We talked for a little bit. He told me about this, that, and the other thing, and really feeling positive about this neighborhood. Even something as small as that is something that you could put in and just have everybody celebrate that with you. there's a channel called feedback, and that feedback is where a rep can ask for feedback. If you're having a hard time overcoming an injection, if you have the desire to work on your questioning, we can help each other get better throughout the day. It doesn't have to always be on a phone call or different things like that. We can jump into this channel and everybody can contribute. I ran into this, that, the other thing, and when I did this, so that might help you out. So really, as a team, you're going to be giving each other feedback on some of these obstacles that you encounter and how you overcame them. Okay. Number 5 is the weekly report. Weekly report is end of day Friday report that gets submitted every single week. Include your biggest win, most frustrating situation, stats, whatever you need to put in there. But I want everybody to fill this out. Okay, what did I do well this week? Put 1 to 3 things in here. I went to the gym 4 times. I spent great quality time with my kids. I put in great energy on the doors and hit my knocking goal. What can I improve? Well, I knocked at a time of day where people weren't typically home, so I didn't get the amount of conversations that I wanted to from when I was knocking. So I hit my knocking goal, but part of it was because I didn't talk to very many people because I went at an inefficient time. And then I didn't spend as much time with my wife as I should. I spent time with my kids, not with my wife. So what am I going to improve next week? I'm going to take my wife out. I'm going to work harder while I'm at the gym. Okay, so that's something that I put in there to imply that while you go to the gym, you don't always work at the same level while you're there. Same thing with getting out in sales and knocking doors. Okay, the fact that this person hits their door knocking goal but doesn't have the conversations that they want means that they went to the gym and they didn't work that hard, right? So I'm out for 5 hours, but and I knocked 120 doors, but I only talked to 4 people. Well, got to pick a better time of day. Got to go during prime time. Got to do something, because at the end of the day, we need to be focused on revenue generating activities, and knocking during a time of day when nobody's home is not a revenue generating activity. It is something that really is a waste of time for you. So you do want to get out, and during those earlier times of day, you might go out and you might hang 500 door hangers. Maybe you hang 500 door hangers. You go out all morning and spend 4 hours doing door hangers, get lunch, take a break, then you go back out and you knock on those doors where you just hung door hangers. That's 2 touches. Being efficient, being productive. So, and then lastly, there is a sales questions channel, and you can go in here to get sales questions answered 24/7. I put in there an AI prompt that is pinned in the channel. All you have to do is plug it into ChatGPT with the question that you have. And so that's kind of a demonstration. Let's see, I pulled that in here. So on the sales questions, okay, so I have a prompt that's already in here. Okay, so this says your go-to space for asking anything sales related. Use the pin prompt. Questions can be answered by leadership or your peers, but the other thing is you can get answers via ChatGPT, right? And so we can just take this. Okay, where's the, yeah. You are an expert sales trainer, strategist using NEPQ style selling with deep experience. Okay, please provide clear, concise, and actionable explanation. Okay, if I took this, Okay, and I went in and let's just take one of the questions that we might run into. So we run into somebody that says, let's see here, let's insert our sales question. Okay, and say, I had a service before to treat my lawn and it didn't give me the results I wanted. Let's check this out. Wanted. Okay. So we're going to put that in here, and then we're going to wait for ChatGPT, and you can see that before I did one and I put it on a canvas up in here. Okay, I have a lawn service already, and then it goes through and actually gave me all of that information. So for example, I had a lawn service before to treat my lawn, didn't give me the results I wanted. Okay, so now we're going to come in here. It looks like ChatGPT is still thinking, but okay, it's going to give us principle behind our response, step-by-step tactic in order to diffuse, ask clarifying questions, emotionally validate, isolate, reframe, guide to discovery. Okay, and then it gives you a real-world example, some coaching do's and don'ts. Okay, so I can take, once I ask this question, can take all of this information. Okay, oops. Okay, but I'm gonna take all this information and I'm gonna put it in here so that everybody can. Oh, we don't have that anymore. I had the Pro, but now I don't. So we can't add more of these canvases, unfortunately. But I can see in here on the messages, okay, that I can add this in. Okay, and so if anybody else has that question or if anybody else runs into it, then they can save this and it'll give them just some points to go off of in order to better their conversations on the door. So there you go. But that is our tech stack moment for this video. We're using Slack for internal communication as well. So anytime you want to get in touch with me or anybody, then it'll be easier to do this than to text all the time. So I'll put announcements and different things like that into the Slack channels. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one.